knows. You've walked through the silence, felt the sting of the unseen insult, learned to name it, disrespect. And now you stand on the other side of that awareness, holding a deeper truth. Not a truth spoken by others, but one remembered in the quiet moments, when no one else is watching, when it's just you and the echo of your worth. This final moment is not a grand ending, but a return to something you were always meant to know. You do not owe your dignity to anyone. It was never a gift to be earned. It was never a favor someone else could give you. It was your inheritance, something ancient and sovereign, buried beneath years of apology, layers of fear, and the habit of shrinking so others could feel taller. You see, killing disrespect is not about fighting the world. It's about ceasing the inner war between who you are and who you've been pretending to be just to be accepted. Machiavelli, often misread as a prophet of cruelty, was instead a master of clarity. He never demanded ruthlessness. He demanded self-respect that does not beg. He asked you to understand this. If you do not command respect, you will be ruled by those who do. And it begins with small moments. Moments that look ordinary on the surface, but decide the course of your life. Moments when you chose to remain silent because your voice trembled. Moments when you laughed with them, even though you were the punchline. Moments when you stayed, knowing deep down you were already gone. But now, you're learning to return to yourself, to those yous that know better, to the you that doesn't have to shout to be heard, but no longer whispers to be tolerated. You return by remembering that self-respect is not pride, it's peaceful. Not arrogance, but alignment. It is choosing not to chase people, places, or titles that require you to abandon your value just to feel seen. The killing of disrespect begins and ends within. It dies the moment you decide, I will no longer confuse tolerance with virtue. I will no longer trade silence for survival. I will no longer wear humility like a leash. There is a kind of love the world fears, and it's not the loud, dramatic kind. It's the quiet, unwavering love you give to yourself when you walk away from what hurts. Without bitterness, without drama, without needing anyone to understand. Because the truth is, you don't need them to understand. You only need to understand yourself. The world can misunderstand you. They can label your standards as ego, your solitude as arrogance, your boundaries as rejection. Let them. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them tell stories about your distance. Because none of it matters when you know the truth. You are not cruel. You are clear. This clarity is your revolution. This is how you protect the kingdom of your soul. Machiavelli said that a ruler must learn how not to be good when goodness becomes the source of their destruction. In other words, there are moments in life when your soul demands defiance, when your peace demands detachment, when your dignity demands the courage to stop being liked and start being respected. And respect, real respect, does not come from perfection. It comes from presence, from walking into the room like you belong, without seeking approval, from looking someone in the eyes and saying no, without guilt, from letting people leave and refusing to chase those who only valued you when you were convenient. That is how you kill disrespect. Not by cutting others down,
but by building yourself up and by becoming the kind of person who chooses themselves over and over again without apology, not because you think you're better than anyone, but because you finally understand no one else gets to decide what you're worth. Not your past, not their opinions, not their silence. This is your crown. You don't have to wear it for them to see it. You wear it because it was always yours. The world will adjust or it will leave, but either way, you'll stay standing, whole, unshaken, still, and maybe in time, you'll find others like you. People who speak with depth, who move with integrity, who love without possession and respect without condition. Because once you raise your standards, your life begins to filter itself. The noise fades, the real remains. So let this be your quiet rebellion, not with fists, not with fire, but with presence, calm, unmoved, undeniable. Let your life say what your lips no longer need to. I will not tolerate what wounds me. Let your boundaries be the proof that you have returned to yourself. Let your silence be sacred, not submissive. Let your detachment be love in its highest form. Love for the self you are no longer willing to betray. And when you feel the old habits rise, the urge to explain, to please, to shrink, remember this: there is no honor in staying small for people who never saw your full size to begin with. This is your turning point, not a moment of rage, a moment of remembering. You are not here to be palatable, you are here to be powerful. Not in the Machiavellian sense of domination, but in the truest sense of self-possession. Power not over others, but over your own time, mind, soul. Because when you own yourself, no one can offer you a price, and no one can disrespect what refuses to be diminished. So walk forward now, not louder, but deeper. With each step, release the need to be understood. Replace it with the need to be authentic. Choose the silence that builds you, the solitude that heals you, the dignity that protects you. This is how you kill disrespect. Not once, not loudly, but daily, gently, with every boundary you draw, every truth you speak, every part of yourself you finally stop abandoning. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a life that no longer settles. Let them wonder why you changed. Let them feel the absence of your old self. Let them sit with what they lost when you found your voice. And may you never forget again, you were never meant to be tolerated. You were meant to be respected. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps out. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And if you know someone who'd love this, share it with them. See you in the next one. Peace out.